Hello, and welcome back to episode 9 of my Aston Martin driver career mode. Now we're going to start this episode off with a rivalry question, and we've got the two McLaren drivers and Esteban Ocon. We're going to choose Daniel Ricciardo because I think he's probably going to be the one who's scoring the worst results.
I appreciate you taking
as we had that really good result in Saudi Arabia, which kind of tipped the scales to us. But now, starting our qualifying laps now. We're on to lap 2 actually, because our first lap, it was pretty useless. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not bad at Canada. It's just, I just couldn't put the lap together. As you can see, still not really being able to put the lap together. Trying to just get the start on that as we cut across the curb completely, and we're just going to abandon this lap really, as I don't see the point in continuing this lap. So I just think, yeah, there's no point me doing this lap. So we're going to save these tyres, save the ERS, and we are going to just have another shot at it. Now, coming to the end of this lap, we're going to go full pace as fast as we can. We have to get a lap together now. We need a good banker lap, as that lap clearly wasn't. But now, these tyres obviously are 1 lap old, and we've already made up time on them, about 3/100ths of a second. We're going to try and improve that. Braking at the 50-meter board, getting the car turned in, really trying to make sure that you don't spin out through that section there. Now this corner, the braking is so weird for this section. Getting the power down early is completely needed for this section. We just weren't able to do it, but we are 3/10ths up on our lap, going into the third sector. Well, first say we're halfway through the second, as we have a bit of an excursion of track in that sector there, and we are not going to improve that lap, which means that we don't have time to go again, and let's get into the race.
It's time once again then to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Hamilton, Max Verstappen and Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Sainz, Bottas and Esteban Ocon, Perez, Albon, Daniel Ricciardo and Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Zhou, Sebastian Vettel and Nicholas Latifi, the engineer and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
Okay guys, so as you can see, we are going to be starting in P20. We're going to be on the medium compound tyres to start this race off, trying to get some heat into these tyres. We're going to have Nicholas Latifi alongside us with our teammates straight ahead of us. We're going to try and make some moves into the first corner, but I can't say much. As you can see, Lando Norris on the first row, but we go to 5 red lights and we go green in Canada. We get a pretty decent start. I misspoke there. We are starting in P19, but we've already gone down to P20. Go up the inside. Try and go up the inside. Sebastian Vettel. He squeezes us out. Means we get off track. And now we're going to try and go around the outside of 2 cars here. Get squeezed out bit by Zhou, but we're going to go up the side. Fernando Alonso right ahead of us. We're going to try and go around the outside of Fernando Alonso. Around the outside of Fernando Alonso. Now we're onto the back of Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon. Pierre Gasly up ahead of us. We had to brake him because he was going really slowly for the corner, but we're going to now dive bomb him into this long chicane here. And now we're onto the back of Alex Albon in the Williams, who's actually doing really well in this race. Like us, I think he has his really good days and he has his bad days. But now going towards the end of this lap, we're being fought back by Fernando Alonso, and in response, we're going to dive down the inside of Alex Albon. But as you can see here, we just don't have any kind of pace on the straight, as the Williams and the Alpine go past us so easily through that section. You can see they're already ahead of us, and now Pierre Gasly is going to out straight line speed us, but we are going to get back at him because of just late braking, controlling the car through that turn 1, turn 2 complex. But so far, we have no straight line speed, and I'm just thinking at this point that our race is going to be really hard, because we have made up positions at the start. We went from P19 to P15, but as you can see here on lap 3, we just have no straight line speed compared to the AI. Look how fast Pierre Gasly is going down the straight. It feels like, I don't know if you guys played the F1 game when F1-22, when it first came out, the AI had overpowered straight line speed, and it was just kind of ridiculous. But we have to try and manage this. We do have 42% ERS, and now there's going to be a yellow flag ahead of us. We're still kind of on the back of Pierre Gasly here, but let's find out what this yellow flag is. And it's Carlos Sainz is out of the session. There, the Ferrari parked up on the side. That is his race over with an engine failure, I believe. But now, even with DRS, you can see Pierre Gasly is pulling about 3 or 4 tenths on us on this last back straight alone. As you can see now, without DRS, we are just a sitting duck in the middle of, well, pretty much the middle of everyone. And Tsunoda and Zhou Guanyu are going to go right past us, similar to Alex Albon and Fernando Alonso at the start. And we just don't have the pace to keep up with them. Daniel Ricciardo pits. I'm going to assume that's for damage, but I am not sure. But it does give us a free position in this race, as we're now Zhou Guanyu and Yuki Tsunoda around 5 laps later. We're still kind of in contention with them, but as you can see, our ERS is dangerously low. We're having to deploy so much just to try and stay ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, who's already pitted, and try and keep up with the two ahead. We're going to fight Daniel Ricciardo because we just have to fight for every position here. We are so slow in a straight line. And you can see there, our turbocharger is about 68-70% worn, and I don't think that's the only thing. I think we just gone way too high for the wings on the setup. It felt really nice in qualifying. We had a lot more pace than this. We were hitting about, even with the DRS and full ERS, we were hitting about 196. So 196, getting close to 200 odd. But like at this point, we're only hitting like 184, and we're just so slow in a straight line. So I just don't know what to do. We had a similar issue in Spain, but we know that was purely setup related. As now we're going to pit on lap 15 to fit the hard compound tyres. You can see Nicholas Latifi is already on the soft tyres. He's pitted already, and he's only 14 seconds behind us. We have not had a good time in this first stint of the race, and this car on hard tyres does not feel nice. We've had that for the last few races. But on lap 22, we are getting lapped, and well, at this point, I was kind of fed up. And I believe, yeah, it's Lando Norris behind us. It shouldn't be a shock to you guys that I'm not the biggest fan of Lando Norris. So if he's getting a podium, I'm going to do everything I can to get him off of it. I know, I'm petty. But we're going to ignore blue flags completely and just fight Lando Norris. You can see diving down his inside, banging wheels, tyre face to tyre face there. And yeah, it wasn't my best moment. I will admit that. It wasn't my best moment in racing. We brake way too early and he hits our rear end. Yeah, we're just being a dick at this point, as we get a 5-second penalty. And now Lando Norris is going to come up the inside. He spins us round and is going to shear our rear wheel off. And to be honest, we deserve that. That was bad. Yeah, I deserve to just, yeah. I deserve to retire from this race. That was bad.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today.
Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed. I know it's a short one. We didn't have a good race at all, and we were a bit pessy at the end. If you want to dislike this video, I feel like completely okay with it. That was a bad race for me. I drove so dirty, and yeah, I don't feel good at the moment. But Charles Leclerc continuing his absolute dominance of this season. I think that's his 6th win of the season. I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me. But, well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time in Silverstone. Bye-bye.